This is TWiT.
I've never looked at Temu before, so thank you for telling me about that, Louise. It does kind of look a little down market, from Brazilian bum cream to a sweatshirt that says "I hate fat hoes."
Oh no!
Leo, there is a rabbit hole you could go down to on Temu.
What the hell is
Temu, Banggood? It's all basically stuff that's going through Shenzhen. Everything goes through Shenzhen. So, I mean, if it's going to show up in a container, they'll put it on their site.
It's weird.
There's definitely sort of a wish aspect to it, but I will say that unlike Wish, Pinduoduo, which is the parent company of Temu, they got 800 million monthly active users in China. Like, they know what they're doing. And Leo, I can tell you why you haven't heard of it, because the way that Temu succeeded in China is that they went after the third and fourth tier cities. This is like the ants in Wisconsin, the grandmas in Oklahoma. They know their demographic.
Temu. They know it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like my childhood babysitter DM'd me the other day on Instagram and was like, hey, can you click on this link so I can get a Temu coupon? And I was like, oh my God,
Jeez,
it's
Louise.
happening.
What? So we used to do Alibaba, but Alibaba, you'd order something and they say it's going to come in anything from 1 week to 9 months. And it could be either one, right? But it was cheap. Somebody in our Discord says, Joe says, I get stuff from Temu all the time. It's the same crap you get on Amazon for half the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you might have to wait a week or so, but it's not.
So is that what Amazon's chief? It is their chief advantage. They have fulfillment warehouses in every state. You can often I order stuff from Amazon and it says, okay, it'll be there in an hour. I mean, it's mind-boggling. So is that really their chief advantage, is instant gratification?
I think so.
Yeah, it seems at the moment. Yeah, and they built up their logistics network to do that, to get to that 1 day and 2 day, and that's why they invested so much in robotics and automation since 2015, I believe. That was the selling point. Get it now, so that you didn't have to run to a store and hope that they had it.
Right. To Keith's point about stopping you from driving to Walmart, right? That was what they were thinking of.
Yeah.
And I think that was short-sighted with price, right? I think that was the mistake they made, is that people kind of got used to these somewhat higher prices, but now you have inflation. And I think that the demographic that Temu is going after is very price conscious. And if you can get, essentially the same stuff, because the thing with Amazon is so much of that stuff is unbranded, right? You're not getting this specific brand. It's oh, I bought it on Amazon. And so who cares if you bought it on Temu, right? That's the problem, is you need the detergent tomorrow, but you don't really need the spatula. You don't need the Halloween decorations. That stuff can wait a week.
So what you're giving is the free market defense for Amazon, which is there's a free market out there and competitors are coming along all the time, and Amazon does not have a monopoly. They might have a monopoly at the moment, but it's a very slim advantage.
It's the functional monopoly argument. It's the same thing that they used against Facebook. It's the same thing that they used against Google. It's the same thing that they used against Microsoft. I don't think it's going to see as much success here. I think the FTC will probably be able to get concessions on the fees, because Amazon fees for sellers are extremely high. They're definitely going to be able to win something on the non-organic search results, where Amazon promotes its own and they promote the pay.
Yeah, I mean, they're
probably going to be able to get concessions on reviews.
Yeah.
Right, but the structural stuff is a non-starter. Because you cannot break Amazon up. If you break Amazon up, it's not Amazon.
And these Chinese companies, I mean, you can also be xenophobic in the U.S. and say these Chinese companies are going to kill American businesses, and we can't undermine American businesses in their fight against these. Can anybody sell on Temu? Or is it?
I don't know if they allow you to just sign up. But they're working with their same supply chains in China. So they already have this big seller network, right, that they can leverage. And I think that's the thing, is that Amazon exited China, right? There's still this huge selling community there. But I think that selling community is increasingly upset with all these fees. There was a big crackdown a few years ago where they kicked off a lot of these sellers for, fake reviews and stuff like that. And they were I was just trying to get by on this cutthroat platform. So yeah, why don't I go to Temu? Why don't I go to Shein? But I do think the American businesses are going to be the ones who are lost here. It's like they can't afford to pay 30% upwards to sell on Amazon. They don't have the relationship, or they don't want to sell their stuff on a Temu next to, I won't repeat that terrible message on that sweatshirt, right? So like, where do they go? I think that's the like also message that I think wins at the polls too, is like, we want to protect these small businesses who were sort of the lifeblood of Amazon, right?
But Main Street USA is so funny, because the original complaint against Amazon is you're putting all the independent booksellers out of business. That's ancient history. At this point, nobody's talking about mom and pop stores downtown.
You get rid of Amazon, what do you have left? So many of the brick and mortars have shut down.
They're gone.
They're gone. They're not.
And
that
was Amazon's strategy. Let's face it. It was undercutting your local retailer until they're out of business, and then raise the prices. I mean, that's classic monopolistic behavior. But they didn't anticipate the threat from China.
Except on a lot of instances, people know that they're not getting the cheapest deal on Amazon.
Oh, interesting.
They know that they could drive 15 minutes and get something cheaper from the Best Buy, but it's not worth the hassle to maybe not have it in stock, or maybe they just don't want to leave the house.
I want to support my independent bookstore, but the fifth time I went in there and they said, well, we don't have the book, but we'll order it for you.
Right.
I said, well, really, honestly, I could order it myself and have it tomorrow, so never mind.
That's the big issue that a lot of these retailers never really got, was this idea of managing their inventory to the point where you could put it on an app and say, yes, we have it in stock. Keith, get in your car, drive the 20 minutes, and we won't sell it to someone else, and then you can get it. And the pandemic helped drive that in terms of curbside pickup and all of that kind of things. But you're still taking a chance that, by the time you get to a store, they're going to be out of that one or two things that you need.
Here's Joe's example. This is an Amazon listing for, I could use these, motion sensor cabinet lights, $38. It comes from what is obviously a Chinese company, Hebo iTech, which is just kind of a random mishmash of letters. That's Amazon. Same thing. Temu, $4.28. Almost a tenth the price. Probably from the same manufacturer.
So you should buy 10 of them, because, then that really gets the
and free shipping.
That's how it works.
I think to your guys' points about like what actually can be done here, the kinds of solutions though I think would be good for consumers, right? Like even if they reduce some of these fees or change some of the ways that the marketplace works, which is, it sounds modest in comparison to a big breakup, but it sucks right now to like search for something on Amazon. Like you have to go by all these ads. It's like confusing to figure out what you're looking at. Like, we've seen sort of the same thing with Google, but I think it's easier to navigate like Google results and know what's sponsored.
But in
than
both cases, it's Cory Doctorow's and shitification, isn't it? They're really going for the money at this point. They used to be consumer-centric.
I don't know why Amazon even includes reviews anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't trust anything that isn't any review on any product.
I got to point out, I've never been to Temu. They really know how to make a front page. I mean, the variety and weirdness of the products just keeps you scrolling.
It's like Wish.
It is bizarre. I mean, some of this stuff I don't even want to read out loud, but it's bizarre. Here's a skull and letterprint pullover sweatshirt that says, "No, you hang up." I don't know what that means.
Well, isn't some of that the
do
English
I need
language
a nose scraper? I don't know. Maybe I do need a nose scraper. Look at this silicone nose brush. I need that. I don't know what. And by the way, that's an exact clone of the Apple $450 Apple headphones for $9.48, and then there's an exact clone of an Apple Watch for $5. I mean, but it's not. When you get it, it's not going to be an Apple Watch. But I guess they can make everything now in Shenzhen. Is this random? No. This is like they've carefully planned this to be a perfect. I mean, you can't stop scrolling. In fact, let's just stop doing the show for a while and look at the front page of Temu.
Leo, I'm actually worried that you're on Temu now because I could see you buying so much of this junk.
Yeah, Leo, what did I unleash? I'm very sorry. This wasn't my intention. But you're not alone. I will tell you, you are not alone.
But it's just weird. It's like the back of a comic book and the front window of your Main Street drugstore, and in
a flea market.
In a flea market.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a blinds cleaning brush. That is definitely. I need this.
Do the three of you miss the old brick and mortar where you didn't know what you wanted to buy, but you would go to Bed Bath & Beyond or
this
Fry's
is exactly
and just
what this
walk
is like.
the aisles?
Yeah,
because that's what this is.
I miss that completely.
This is total serendipity, right? Just anything and everything, and they keep you scrolling by being weird. Oh, I need chicken scissors. Okay.
I don't miss the big box store. I don't miss the Bed Bath & Beyond because I was kind of it was never a great experience, right?
BDSM collar handcuffs right next to a girl's t-shirt saying, "I try to be good." It's
deliberately random.
I think we've lost Leo.
Chaotic. Yeah.
I think we've lost him.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to create I should say Pinduoduo is a notoriously cutthroat company in China and not necessarily any better than Amazon.
But it says Temu keeps you safe.
This week in Temu. We could do this.
Wow.
No.
What a world we have entered here.
It's midweek, and you really want to know even more about the world of technology.
So you should check out Tech News Weekly, the show where we talk to and about the people making and breaking the tech news.
It's the biggest news. We talk with the people writing the stories that you're probably reading. We also talk between ourselves about the stories that are getting us even more excited about tech news this week.
So if you're excited, well, then join us. Head to twit.tv/TNW to subscribe.